This is devlog number 4. So at this point, I'm 37 days into coding since I started programming and learning about how to make a game, especially in GameMaker. In this devlog, I want to cover two things. First of all, the progress that I had so far, where I'm at with what I'm doing, and what's direction for the near future. And second, the thing that keeps happening to me and kept happening for my entire experience since I've been doing games. This is like 15 years. Something that I kind of struggled without really knowing that's happening. I think I have some insights, some, personal opinions regarding it. I know the internet is full of personal opinions, but I hope you guys can understand a little bit of where I'm coming from and why I think this can be a problem. So yeah, let's start with the first part. So now regarding progress, last time I was working on an Asteroids game, an Asteroids project. It's not a copy of Asteroids, but it's a game with Asteroids. So that result looked something like this. It was just asteroids on the screen bouncing from one border to another, changing direction, I think, to 90 degrees, adding 90 degrees to the direction, and then switching sprites and playing some music on the background and music on collision. Not sure if you guys can hear it. I thought, why not try to build on that and make something fun? So this is what the game looks like right now. You have the character and it has this range of the little hand moving around. I'm trying to hide the mouse, but this will be something that I'll do later on. You have enemies, you're shooting bullets, you're switching from one animation to another, one state to another, and then we have collisions with walls. The enemies are getting triggered. I have this problem with the shotgun that I'm working at right now, and if I'm holding control, you can see that the enemy is calculating the next position for following the player. Plus it stops at a range of, I think, 300 pixels or something. And every instance of the enemy will be triggered separately. You cannot see the shotgun, but if it gets close enough, the shotgun will spawn, but the position is all messed up and I need to work on this. So yeah, this is the progress so far. I also worked a little bit on music. If you can see the music, if you can hear the music in the background, is something that I made myself. It's not great, but again, I'm learning everything as I go. So yeah, this is the progress. Regarding the art, I'm trying to make everything as fun as possible. So I'm working on a very, very dumb idea, but it's something that makes me happy working on. So I have this character, which is Lieutenant Daddy, and I have the mobster raids, which are the angry asteroids cartel attacking the planet. Whatever. The story is in progress and irrelevant right now. But yeah, this is the progress so far, and I will try to expand this game, quote unquote, and try to see if I can do something fun for me, first of all. Something worth specifying is that I'm following a tutorial for, let's say, 70-80% of the code, but what I'm trying to do, because I'm really looking to first learn what's happening code-wise, then focusing on making a game, I'm trying to rewrite most pieces of like variables and logic behind it in my own way. So in this sense, I'm hitting a lot of bugs. Last week was me getting stuck on the shotgun, and I think also the enemy spawning was something that I had to fight a lot with fixing. But I'm also writing code myself enough that I'm starting to learn what I'm doing why I'm doing it the way I'm doing, and it kind of makes sense all together. Now, regarding the second part of this devlog that I mentioned, I'm showing all the progress that I'm doing with my games to close friends of mine, people I work with that are some of them into development, some of them just good friends. And without any fault of them, of their own, some of the big feedback that comes is a little bit weird. I understand where it comes from. It's from this position of them thinking that I'm trying to make a financially successful game, which I think all of us do in a way or another. But at this point in my life, after trying to make successfully viable games for 15 years, I kind of stopped focusing on that. And I know it sounds like bullshit and it sounds like something that it always comes first. But what I'm trying to say with this is that I genuinely don't look at that aspect of what I'm doing right now. I think we all fall in this trap of trying to compete with each other, or trying to compete with other small indie game studios or other people that had success. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when that mentality starts affecting your own progress and your own well-being, I strongly recommend a shift of mentality in this direction. So for myself, what I'm doing right now and what I've been doing, including work, my daily work, I'm trying to have fun. Um, and that's an abstract concept, having fun. What does it mean? So when I say me having fun, I have a point of reference in my own life when I was a kid and I was playing outside, and there was no wrong way of doing it. There was no wrong way of having fun. Having fun was just, if it was fun, then it was successful, right? So I'm trying to grab that feeling from back then and bring it into the present with everything that I do. And one of those things that I'm focusing on is being okay with being wrong. Let's say, in theory, if this game will end up being a game and it will be successful, for sure people will get upset, will get offended, they might not like it. And that's okay, because I'm not trying to do something for people. I'm trying to do it for myself. And if I find it fun enough to work on, then that's a success for me. I'm not trying to be correct. I'm not trying to have to play to my strengths, because my strengths right now are exactly what you see. These are my strengths. I'm just learning programming. I don't know any bit of music. I'm quite decent at art, but that's not gonna cut it. And throwing all of that away, I'm focusing on having fun. And I am having fun because I don't need another work. This is my time from work where I disconnect and I'm enjoying learning in a fun way, right? So, to put this in a sort of piece of advice for other people maybe struggling with that, if there are people, because there will be a lot of people like saying, I don't like that, I think that could be better, giving you all this unrequested feedback, maybe. When I'm putting something out there, or when I'm showing something to my friends, I'm not showing it in a sense of, hey, how can I do this better? I'm showing it in a sense that hey, I did this dumbass thing and it's fun for me. Try to focus on how it impacts you, right? How the thing that you're doing feels to you. And don't try to put it in comparison with anything else, like other games or other things that you did in your life that were better. Just focus on the present and on what you're doing. And I know it's hard, but I think it's very healthy. And take feedback with a grain of salt, or put some feedback on the side until you need to focus on that feedback, right? Because if you take everything combined with learning, combined with, day by day life, it can become overwhelming really, really fast. And it can be the thing that kills your motivation, which if you have no motivation of doing it, you won't do anything. I don't know if it's very clear what I'm trying to say, but just have fun, play. Don't be afraid to be wrong. That's what I'm applying in my own life, and I fucking love it. It's awesome to learn another thing about coding. It's awesome to make these dumbass characters and come up with absurd stories. And if the game will fail, I'm still winning because I'm learning code. And that's the point of me doing this. I'm just learning code in a game. I'm learning music in a game, right? The game is not the priority. I want to make a lot of fucking money and buy a house and keep focusing on working on games for the end of my life, but for the rest of my life. But if it doesn't happen, so what? It didn't happen for 15 years. I had my time of being upset about that, but right now I'm just trying to be here, man, and just, make a freaking game and learn some new things. So yeah, this is it. Bye, I guess.